myself Om Prakash Katte, and you are welcome to Biology Reward. Today we are discussing the two important topic of respiration in plant. One is oxidative decarboxylation and Krebs cycle. So students during the aerobic respiration, the some important events are occurs. Aerobic respiration, it occurs in the mitochondria. It takes place within the mitochondria. So by the process of glycolysis, pyruvate is formed, pyruvic acid is formed, which is transported into the cytoplasm, into the mitochondria. So pyruvic acid, which is formed by the glycolysis, is transported to the mitochondria. In mitochondria, the two important events occur. Number one, complete oxidation of pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is completely oxidized and it's remove hydrogen atom and carbon dioxide molecule, and this process is take place in matrix of the mitochondria. Second step is passing of the electron removed. The electrons are removed and this electron transfer from one pigment to another pigment. In that process, formation of ATP occurs. So this process occurs are located in the inner membrane of mitochondria. So two important events during respiration, aerobic respiration occur. One, pyruvic acid is completely oxidized, which is occur in the matrix of mitochondria in presence of many enzymes. And second, the ATP synthesis take place when electron transfer from the one pigment to other pigment, and it's occur in the inner membrane of mitochondria. So we have to discuss aerobic respiration steps. Steps of aerobic respiration we are dividing into the four categories. Glycolysis or EMP pathway, which take place in cytoplasm. Oxidative decarboxylation, where CO2 molecule is removed. Krebs cycle or TCA cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation. So in this video we are discussing oxidative decarboxylation and Krebs cycle. Students, in glycolysis we learn glucose one molecule it converted into two molecule of pyruvic acid, and it is glycolysis. This process is occur in the cytoplasm of the cell. These two molecules of pyruvic acid now they enter into the cytoplasm to enter cytoplasm to mitochondria. So pyruvic acid, which is formed in cytoplasm during the glycolysis, now it enter into the mitochondria, and pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme C in presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. Pyruvic acid formed during glycolysis enter into mitochondria and it convert into the acetyl coenzyme A in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. This reaction occurs in presence of several coenzymes including NAD and coenzymes A. And during this process, two molecules of NAD H are produced from the two molecules of pyruvic acid. Then the acetyl coenzyme E, which is formed during the oxidative decarboxylation. Here CO2 molecule is released, so it is called decarboxylation. So in this process, pyruvic acid convert into acetyl coenzymes A, and this acetyl coenzyme A it enter into TCA cycle. So acetyl coenzyme A is said to be the link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So let's you see oxidative decarboxylation reaction. Here in oxidative decarboxylation, one molecule of pyruvic acid, it combined with coenzyme A by using the NAD, and in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase, it convert into acetyl coenzyme A by removing CO2 NADH molecule. So during this process, two molecules of NADH are produced from the metabolism of two molecules of pyruvic acid. These two molecules of pyruvic acids are produced by the one glucose molecule during glycolysis. So in oxidative decarboxylation, main product is formed. This is acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme A later it's entered to TCA cycle, which is also called tricarboxylic acid cycle, because acetyl coenzyme A now entered to TCA cycle, or we used to say Krebs cycle, because the steps of this cycle are discovered by the Hans Krebs. So acetyl coenzyme A is a link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Second step of aerobic respiration is Krebs cycle. It's called the TCA, tricarboxylic acid, because in this case citric acid is formed, which is having the 3 carboxyl group. So it is called TCA cycle or citric acid cycle. Steps discovered by the Krebs, Hans Krebs, so it is called Krebs cycle also. It is the cyclic complete oxidation and decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. So pyruvic acid get completely oxidized and decarboxylation of pyruvic acid into CO2 and H2O with release of NH. So in this process, CO2 and H2O will be formed after and release of energy. This name of Krebs cycle is given after the name of the Hans Krebs, who traced the sequence of reaction. The Krebs cycle is occur in the matrix of the mitochondria. In this process, no ATP molecules consumed. We should know steps of citric acid cycle. So pyruvic acid, which formed due to the glycolysis, it convert into acetyl coenzyme A. It is called oxidative decarboxylation. In this process, pyruvate is combined with coenzyme A. CO2 molecule is released, so it is called decarboxylation, and it convert into acetyl coenzyme A. So pyruvic acid is 3 carbon atom compound, one CO2 is released, so it convert into 2 carbon atom compound acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme A enter into mitochondrial matrix, and it combined with oxaloacetic acid. It is 4 carbon atom compound. So this oxaloacetic acid 4 carbon atom compound and acetyl coenzyme A 2 carbon atom compound, both they form the 6 carbon atom compound. It is citric acid. Citric acid, this is TCA, tricarboxylic acid. This citric acid later it's converted into isocitric acid. Later it's remove the CO2, their decarboxylation, one CO2 is lost there, and one synthesis of NADH molecule take place, NADH2 molecule. So citric acid remove the CO2. Citric acid is 6 carbon atom compound. It convert into 5 carbon atom compound alpha ketogluteric acid. Citric acid convert into alpha ketogluteric acid by removing the CO2, and in this process one molecule of NADH2 is formed. Now alpha ketogluteric acid actually it's converted into succinyl coenzyme E, which is not mentioned in the cycle. alpha ketogluteric acid, it convert into acetyl coenzyme E, and then it's convert into succinyl acid. So when alpha ketogluteric acid is 5 carbon atom, it remove the one CO2 again. In this process, NADH2 molecule is also formed. One molecule of GDP is also formed. When alpha ketogluteric acid convert into succinyl coenzyme A, and ultimately is changed to succinic acid. This succinic acid is 4 carbon atom compound. This succinic acid is converted into malic acid, where in this process FADH2 molecule is formed. Then malic acid is converted into oxaloacetic acid, where NADH2 molecule is formed. So here you will see in 3 places when citric acid change to alpha ketogluteric acid, NADH2 is formed. When alpha ketogluteric acid change into the succinyl coenzyme A, NADH2 is formed. And when malic acid converted to oxaloacetic acid, here NADH2 is formed. So there are the 3 places where NADH2 molecules are synthesized. Whereas 2 places there CO2 is released or removed. Citric acid when changed to alpha ketogluteric acid, CO2 is released. When alpha ketogluteric acid change into succinyl coenzyme A, there CO2 is released. As well as in the process, one GTP molecule, FADH2 molecule are synthesized. So this is overall about the TCA cycle or citric acid cycle. In this cycle, as we have learned, acetyl coenzyme group combined with oxaloacetic acid, so citric acid is formed, which is also called dicarboxylic acid. It is take place in the presence of citrate synthesis. Then citric acid convert to isocitrate. By removing the CO2, it convert into alpha ketogluteric acid and then succinyl coenzyme A. This succinyl coenzyme A later it convert into succinic acid and ultimately to the oxaloacetic acid. Overall reaction of the Krebs cycle we have. One molecule of pyruvic acid enter 4 NADH2 molecule used. FADH2 molecule, FADH molecule is used at 2 water molecule, 1 ATP in mitochondrial matrix. Now what product we are getting? Carbon dioxide, 3 molecule, NADH, 4 molecule, FADH molecule and ATP molecule. So we obtain 4 NADH from 1 molecule of pyruvic acid. So from the 2 molecule of pyruvic acid, when the glucose has been broken down to release CO2, 8 molecule of NADH2. So 2 molecule of pyruvic acid will form 8 molecule of NADH2, 2 molecule of FADH2, 2 molecule of ATP. So this is the benefit of the Krebs cycle. So in Krebs cycle, 1 molecule of pyruvic acid is from the 4 NADH. So 2 molecule form 8 NADH. In 1 molecule pyruvic acid from the 1 FADH2. So 2 molecule of pyruvic acid will form 2 FADH2. Similarly, 2 ATP molecules are formed during the Krebs cycle. So finally we come to here. During glycolysis, what pyruvate is formed, pyruvic acid is formed. When it enter into the oxidative decarboxylation, so pyruvic acid combined with coenzyme A and it form the acetyl coenzyme E in presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme, and then it enter into Krebs cycle. So in Krebs cycles we discuss, it is called TCA cycle or citric acid cycle, because this cycle tricarboxylic acid is formed and this is citric acid. Then acetyl coenzyme E combined with oxaloacetic acid to form the citric acid. Citric acid then convert to isocitrate, and due to the decarboxylation it forms the alpha ketogluteric acid. Now alpha ketoglutaric acid in successive stages it convert into succinyl coenzyme E and later it oxidized to oxaloacetic acid. So as I discussed, there are three main points where NADH2 is formed and one point where FADH2 is formed. So in the one molecule of glucose, it produces two molecule of NADH2, 2 ATP and 2 pyruvic acid in glycolysis. Whereas in the two molecule of pyruvates, when completely degraded, then during Krebs cycle form the two molecule of ATP, 8 molecule of NADH2 and 2 molecule of FAD. So it is overall about the reaction of the Krebs cycle. Thank you.